You just bought a brand new laptop flaunting an i5 6th generation processor, and after using it a while you suddenly realize that it ain't that fast compared to my previous laptop which was running on i5 3rd generation processor, because Intel announced that it will be around 30 to 40% more powerful than that of the 3rd generation processor. So what's the problem? Hello and welcome to Mistrology. My name is Dharmin Mishra and today we are going to talk about why my laptop is slow. What happens when you perform a certain task on your laptop? Your CPU tries to get that instruction from the memory, which could be of three types. The first one is the cache memory, second one is the main memory, which is also called as a RAM, and the third one could be a hard disk drive, an SSD, or it could be a flash storage drive. And after accessing that data or instruction from your memory, it performs that task and gives you the output. Now let's first understand about the cache. Cache is a smaller, faster memory which stores copies of the data from main memory location. When the processor needs to read from or write to a location in main memory, it first checks whether the copy of that data exists in the cache memory. If so, the processor immediately reads from or writes to the cache, which is much faster than reading from or writing to the main memory. Now the data is transferred between the cache and the memory in the blocks of fixed sizes, which are called the cache lines. When a cache line is copied from the main memory into a cache line, a cache entry is created. The cache entry will include the copied data as well as the requested memory location. When the processor needs to read or write a location in the main memory, it first checks the corresponding entry in the cache. The cache checks for the requested content in the main memory location in any cache line that might contain that address. If the processor finds that the memory location is in the cache, a cache hit has occurred. However, if the processor does not find the memory location in the cache, a cache miss has occurred. In case of the cache hit, the processor immediately reads or writes the data from the cache line. For a cache miss, cache allocates a new entry and copies in data from the main memory location, and then the request is fulfilled from the contents of the cache. Now the time taken to fetch one cache line from the main memory matters, because CPU will run out of things to do while waiting for the cache line. When a CPU reaches this stage, it is called a stall, and modern CPUs can execute hundreds of instructions in the time taken to fetch one cache line. Now various techniques has been developed to keep the CPU busy while this time, and one of those techniques is called the simultaneous multithreading. In Intel's term, it is called the hyperthreading, which allows an alternate thread to use the CPU core while the first thread waits for the required CPU resources to become available. Now you can say the cache can be increased to like 100 MBs or cache can be increased in GBs. No, that's not advantageous, because studies has been carried out and it was found in the studies that providing more than 1 MB of cache for a simple CPU is futile. It's as simple as if you want to watch a movie, you open your laptop and you just search for the movie and you get the movie and boom, you're watching that. And suppose if you didn't get that movie in your laptop, now you will take out your hard disk and that will take considerably more time compared to your normal routine. This is the actually case why your laptop is slow. So what happens when you click on certain process, CPU tries to get the data from cache memory copies that data from main memory, which is called the RAM, and the RAM, if it doesn't have the data, it copies the data from your secondary storage. So what will happen eventually? If your secondary storage is slow, and of course that is slow compared to your RAM or compared to your cache memory is the fastest here. What will happen? Main memory will take more time to copy that data, and eventually taking more time to make the resources available to the CPU so that it can process that certain task. So what is the conclusion here? The conclusion is that your secondary storage has to be faster. Of course there will be benefit of having a faster processor when that certain task is very complicated, but you are not going to feel that much of a difference when you have upgraded your processor from a 3rd generation to a 6th generation one, until or unless your secondary storage is quite fast and your main memory is fast. Now comparing the hard disk drive and the SSDs, hard disk drives usually have the speeds of 80 to 200 MB per second compared to SSDs which have an outstanding speed of 800 MBs per second. So next time you're going to buy a laptop which have a solid state drive, because that is gonna improve the performance of your laptop by 30 to 40%. I know there are a lot of other things also, like the software optimization, A lot of other complicated details are there which improves the performance of your laptop, but these are the ones which directly affect the performance of your laptop. So next time you're gonna buy a laptop, buy one with a solid state drive. So thank you guys for watching my video. If you like the video, hit the like button and subscribe, and if you didn't like the video, hit the dislike button and also subscribe. My name is Dharmin Mishra and I'll talk to you in the next one.